I paid my respects to Chadwick Boseman on Twitter shortly after he passed away, and I just wanted to take a moment here to do the same thing. He was such a magnificent actor. He always brought warmth, enthusiasm, and kindness to not only his roles, but to the world as well. He always came across as an approachable and grateful man in interviews, and maybe knowing he had cancer for so long made him more grateful for each passing moment of life. He really did live life to the fullest, carving out quite a legacy for himself since he got the news of his diagnosis. Apparently, he managed to film 10 movies since the news of his diagnosis, and I have so much mad respect for him. He will always be our T'Challa, but I can honestly say that his last ever film role as Levy Green in George C. Wolfe's Ma Rainey's Black Bottom couldn't have been a more fitting swan song for him. We're gonna miss you deeply, Chadwick, and thanks to your final ever performance, you will not be forgotten. It's time to talk about Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. Ma Rainey's Black Bottom is directed by George C. Wolfe and is an adaptation of an August Wilson stage play by Ruben Santiago. Set in Chicago, 1927, Viola Davis stars as the titular Gertrude Ma Rainey, the renowned real-life singer. She was commonly known as the Mother of the Blues. The film essentially takes place over one day as Ma records some material for her white manager Irvin, played by Jeremy Shamos, and producer Sturdy Vance, played by Johnny Cohn, along with her bandmates. One of which is a hot-headed troublemaker trumpeter called Levy, played by Chadwick Boseman. Tensions rise over the day as Ma battles for respect and control over her music. Very simple plot, but hiding a lot of substance about Black ambition, artistry, as well as the appropriation and capitalization of Black culture. I loved this movie. George C. Wolfe has done an incredible job of adapting this stage play. There is an energy to Ma Rainey's Black Bottom which is simply infectious. Part of that comes from the music, part of that comes from the editing, part of that comes from the fantastic script from Ruben Santiago, and a large part of it comes from Chadwick Boseman's joyous performance. But the collection of all these elements and the cohesion between them all is what makes Ma Rainey's Black Bottom so satisfying. I don't want to jinx it, but we could be looking at a double whammy Best Actor, Best Actress victory for Chadwick Boseman and Viola Davis here. These two are absolute knockouts in this film, both demanding your attention, but by different means. Viola Davis's Ma is commanding. When she walks into a room, she owns everything and everyone in it. She is the star. Everything gravitates towards her. You might look at her as a diva, but what she's really asking for is respect. Well, that and a Coke. Do not forget her Coca-Cola. Viola Davis is so good at disappearing into a role. Like if I was to compare performance here to her performance in Fences, the other August Wilson play which was adapted into a film which she won her first Oscar for, it's a complete transformation. I don't see Viola Davis at all in either role. I just see two completely different women. Viola Davis always disappears into the role. She lives in these roles, and it is high time that we gave her a Best Actress Oscar. And then we've got Chadwick Boseman as the slick-talking, stylish, high-pitched voice Levy. The man is charisma personified. He's handsome, he's talented, and he sure as hell knows it. At times, his cockiness is a bit off-putting, but he's not a one-note character. There's a lot of pain, which is expertly nuanced by Boseman. Chadwick Boseman is a tour de force here as Levy. I couldn't take my eyes off of him. There's a scene about halfway where he bursts into this speech about his demeanor with white folks, which he has to explain to his bandmates. It's one long, passionate take which dives into his past and details the experiences with his parents, which left scars, both emotional and physical scars. It's the type of raw, soul-bearing scene which every actor dreams of getting, and you can tell that Chadwick Boseman gave this scene everything that he had. It's even more emotionally effective knowing that this was his final performance. Talk about going out on a high note. I can't foresee a future where Chadwick Boseman does not win Best Actor for this performance. Not only is he deserving, he is beyond deserving, but it would just look so bad on the Academy if they didn't honor Chadwick Boseman for what is clearly the apex performance of his career. Sorry to all you Gary Oldman and Anthony Hopkins fans, even Mads Mikkelsen in Another Round, who I would have loved to have seen win. Chadwick Boseman, mark my words, is going to win Best Actor for this performance. You can take that to the bank. There's also supremely great work from the supporting players in this film, particularly Coleman Domingo as Cutler and Jeremy Shamos as Irvin. Ma Rainey's Black Bottom is also so well paced. It clocks in at a brisk hour and 36 minutes, and each scene is so snappy both in its dialogue and its editing. Santiago's script balances escalating drama, humor, and satisfying character development brilliantly. And the ending! Oh, I can't say too much about it because it would spoil it for you, but I found it very powerful. I audibly gasped at one moment. You'll know the moment when it happens. But the final song, Jelly Rolls, and how it's presented, it's so simple, but so powerful. It leaves you absorbing the message while the credits roll, and I found it to be so effective. So let's ask them 3 questions. Firstly, would I watch this again? 100%. I am never gonna wanna stop watching Viola Davis and Chadwick Boseman in this film. Acting doesn't get much better than this, and it might very well be my favorite Chadwick Boseman performance ever. Question number 2, do I recommend it for you guys? Oh God, yes. Everybody needs to see this film. And question number 3, what score do I give it out of 10? My only gripe with this film is that there were a few times where you could tell this was a play that had been adapted into a film. Like, you could practically visualize the blocking of certain scenes on a proscenium arch stage in this film. But even still, everything about this movie harmonizes together so beautifully. So I'm going to give Ma Rainey's Black Bottom a score of 10 out of 10. But as always, guys, it's just one bloke's opinion. I want to hear from you guys. What did you guys think of Ma Rainey's Black Bottom? And what do you think its Oscars chances are? What do you think it's going to be nominated for? What do you think it's going to win for? Whatever you think, let me know in that comment section down below. If you guys have enjoyed this video, hit that like button. For more movie and TV content just like this, don't forget to click subscribe, and if you want to follow me on social media, Twitter, Instagram, or Letterboxd, all those links in that video description down below. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. For more things related to movies, TV, and popcorn culture, I'm Luke Airfield, and I'll see you next time.